Hey family Wagwan, what is up you guys? Today we back with another topic, and our topic for today is, should married couple hang out with single people? Should married couple hang out with single people? So we're not going to waste no time. We're just gonna get straight into this video.
Let's get it.
Nah. Yeah. Nah. Ta-na-na. The Bandits on the rise. The panic stay up on your TV. Turn up the volume and put it in a 3D. Yeah, yeah. Gather round, can you see me? Come make we have a good time and be free. Sing it again. The panic stay up on your TV. Turn up the volume and put it in a 3D. Gather round, can you see me? Come make we have a good time and be free. Me talk about everything where you gone, from personal life to politician. Full enjoyment, that how we plan. We have to talk about food as a Jamaican. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. The Bandits on the rise. The Bandits stay up on your TV. Turn up the volume and put it in a 3D. Get around, can you see me? But make we have a good time and be free.
Alright guys, welcome back to another video, and before we get into it, if you will, please go ahead and hit that thumbs up button to like the video. And if you have not subscribed to our channel, but sometimes maybe you watch some of our videos, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We would really appreciate it if you would hit the subscribe button and help grow the Bandits channel. We're on the road to 20K. Let's go. So alright, we're going to get right into the video, and as Kimar said, we're going to be talking about a topic: should married people, well, I guess, hang around single people?
Yes. And what sparked this conversation, it was from the last video where someone that I still associate with my wife see me out and say they see me cheating, you know. So it sparked a conversation, and so me and my wife sitting down asking if we think married people should really hang out with single people.
Yeah.
So
what do you think?
So what do I think?
Yeah.
You know, I think it's a rough decision, baby. You know what I mean? Because when you go out, you know, and you have single friends. Remember, and they said too, show me your company. They have a saying, show me your company, and I tell you who you are. Not saying you always like that person, because in this case, if somebody is single and they out, you and your single friend at a bar, your single friend can interact with people or acting as if he's trying to date. And if somebody come to the bar and see the Bandits now,
yeah,
you know what I mean, just hanging out with somebody else, and they could have the wrong impression of what is going on. So that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's a good idea for married people to hang out with single people. But as I'm saying, this is life. 1 minute. Don't worry, family. We live very close to the airport, and we outside doing this video, and the planes will just keep on passing over. You know what I mean?
So I hope it's not a distraction, but we'll just try to you know, get through it, because we're just kind of enjoying ourselves on the patio.
Yes.
But yeah, even from like some of the comments from that last video as well, you know, some people were saying like, Kimar, you shouldn't even be out at a bar without your wife, you know, because it can, you know, kind of create a little controversy if somebody sees you out, you know.
Yes.
So I don't know, like my take on it is, it kind of depends. Like everything is just not black and white. Like you do have some gray areas.
Yes.
Because I have single friends, like even my girls that, you know, I get together with every so often, my crew.
Yes.
Like 3 of us are married and 2 of them are single. And even when I met Kimar, I was hanging with one of my single girlfriends.
Yes, but you still take trip with that girlfriend until today's day. You still take trip with
I
that
still
girlfriend.
take trips with her, and she's still single.
Yes.
But that's why I say like everything isn't black and white. Like it kind of depends on what are you doing with that single friend.
Yes, and if so, that's why I'm saying you just have to learn to even just live and trust, because if I was a very insecure person, I would be like, why would my wife still taking trip with her friend?
With my friend.
You know, and her friend could go out and see somebody if her friend want to have a dance, whatever. So I would be sitting at home insecure. My wife is in another country.
So hold up. So okay, let's just say me and my friend are on a trip.
Yes.
And we out, and and she's on the dance floor. Would you have a problem with me being on the dance floor with somebody?
Like, looking at the camera, ask that to the people. Then. No, don't ask me. Ask it to the people. Then.
Well, I'm asking you because you're my spouse, but I'm just saying, like, would that be okay if I'm out? You know, people probably gonna say no, but I think like sometimes it's innocent.
Okay.
You know, like then I guess the question would beg, would I have a problem with you? But then again, everything is not so black and white because men and women are different as well.
First thing for me, I don't think married. I don't think Catania.
You would have a problem with it, I could
My
tell.
woman nothing out there dance with another man. Plain and straight. Me I go tell you that straight.
Okay.
So alright, so what you done say then? If it was me then and it was reversed.
But that's why I say like men and women are different. So and it don't even really come down to like trusting your partner. I guess it just it can come down to how it's going to be perceived.
Yes.
You know, especially even with us having this YouTube channel and being like public figures, because we've even gone places and people saw us in the airport. So you can't even say because you're in another country that you're safe.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. You know, so something like that happened to me before already. Because you know, I'm not ugly, Catania, as a young man. No, I am not ugly.
No, you were not.
Young man, very handsome, and when we put on our clothes and go out, we look very sharp and look
we
good.
clean up nice.
Yes. So I never remember if me tell you one night me chilling and we did that just a party just chilling and a female just like we just there and she just start dance on me.
Oh,
you
dance
know?
up on you.
Yeah. So me there now, Catania, me start looking but because I'm like, it was just unexpected.
Right,
you know what
right.
I mean? And then I didn't want something like that and then somebody get the wrong impression of it.
Yeah.
So
and so see, even in that case, I ain't mean to cut you off, but even in that case, if you just kind of standing there chilling and somebody come up and they start dancing on you and whatever and winding and all of that stuff, and somebody get it on video, if they were to come and show me that, that would not look innocent.
It would not. You know what I mean?
That would be hard to explain.
Yes, so then I wanted, because I was in a whole club, I wanted to push off the girl, Catania. Then I had to just take my time and just move away. You know what I mean?
Take your time.
Yeah, me just take my time out. I don't want to embarrass the people. I like just shove them down. Me not like. So me just take my time and just kindly move away, Catania. You know? So the person can just read between the lines, but just focus.
They ain't gotta read between the lines. You just tell them.
Just
like.
Just shoot them down and just tell them.
Yes.
All right. If I go out next time and them
all right. We'll make that clear.
If I go out
we
next
got it on
time
video.
and them see me, I will just shoot them down. Don't dance on me. I have a wife. Man.
That's right. That's
Thank
right.
you.
That's how it go. Yeah.
All
So,
right.
all right, back to the topic.
Yeah.
But yeah, like to me, it's just not, as black and white. Like you do have some gray areas, and then there's a couple of factors, because, like I said, in my opinion, men and women are different. So what I'm doing out with my single friends might be different than what you as a man might be doing with your single friends.
All right, 1 minute, Katana. I want to ask you one question. So, when you go out on trips and you go out with your single friend, what
We
do
back
you
on
all?
that.
Yeah, what? I want to know because man,
Oh,
what do you all do?
So you see how I get my two.
No,
now
what
he's
they-
thinking about it. Like,
Yes,
wait a minute,
like,
because you
yeah,
done took
like-
a couple
like,
of trips.
yeah.
But what y'all really do?
Yeah, you're real because I never take no boys tripping. Remember,
But you
I know.
can. I have told
I've
you.
never take a guy's trip. You always take
But I
a
have
trip
saying,
different.
like, you and your guys,
You
friends
always
should
take a trip out from differently from me
Right.
with your girlfriend.
Right. So what we doing
But
on
I'm not
those
a
trips?
jealous guy. But it come to my mind already. I'm not going to tell you no, like Katanya. It come to my mind. I mean, I say like, why my wife still taking these trips?
Because
Yes.
that's something I was doing before I met you. Like, she and I was already
And that's
taking
why I
trips.
just leave you, let you take your trip. But then again, I'm just saying, like, yo.
But then, in that case, you trust me. You know I'm not out doing nothing like foolish, or I'm not out looking for anybody. Like she and I, we're just relaxing. Like we take our trips. We might go to the beach.
So suppose you're
we might go
single
out to
friends,
dinner. We
but-
definitely will go to like a club or a party. But I have my
But
ring
suppose
on.
you go, ring. Suppose you and your friend go out, and then two guys are there, and then it's just the moment is good, and your friend, your single friend sparks up a moment, and
That's
the
her.
other guy.
She's single. She could do that. But I'm gonna let them know I'm married.
So
They're
what-
gonna know anyway
So
because I
what's
have on my
so
ring.
what happened over the other country? Don't stay in that country.
Well, yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, but like, I'm not out looking for anybody or anything like that. So I'm just saying, even if she and I are at a club or whatever, and we hanging out, we in another country, we having fun, we having a couple of drinks, we, meet some guys maybe in the club, at the bar, we just hanging out, and that's where it's gonna stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going back to anybody's room with them or anything like that, and they're clearly gonna see. Like, that even happened one time when she and I, that was here. We weren't even out of the country. We were at a little bar. It's like a little club / restaurant bar, and they play music. They got a DJ, and we were there just sitting there. We really just went to get some food and was hanging out. And it was two guys sitting on the other side of the bar, and we started chatting it up with them, and it was just innocent conversation. And even one of them were married, and he was talking about his wife.
Wow.
Yeah, so one guy was single, she was single, one guy was married, and I was married. But it was just innocent conversation. It wasn't like anybody was trying to hook up with anybody. She went out on the floor and danced, and we just had a good time. So I just kind of think like it's not really black and white. I think it just depends on what you're doing with those single friends,
Yes, yes.
Because as I said, even my girls.
But it's going to look what you're doing with them single friends. You have to care because, as I'm saying, on the outside world, when that outside world see anything, it's not going to look.
Yeah, I can see that, but then that becomes, comes
Because
down
people
to the
like
issue.
people like to judge.
They do,
Yes.
but it comes down.
Then
I
again,
can't talk. I feel like I'm tripping over my words.
but sometimes people is on the outside and
Looking in
and what
and
they
they don't
see,
know.
yeah, they don't know. So I'm saying they can't. I can't really say. Sometimes they really like to judge because sometimes when you're really on the out looking in, it might seem as if like that's what
Yeah.
you see, but that's not.
But that don't
what-
necessarily mean that's what it is. That's
Yes.
why you got to mind your own business.
Yes.
And you got to have trust between you and your partner. That's why I had told you before, like, whatever you doing out there, if you doing something you shouldn't be doing, it's going to be found out. Like, whatever you do in the dark is going to come to light eventually.
Yes.
My mom told me that from when I was a kid. What you do in the dark does come to light.
Yes.
So I think you have to have trust.
Yes.
And I think like it just depends. And like I said, we were at this bar, we just sitting there, we chilling with these guys. Nobody ain't booed up, we ain't hugging up on nobody. So even if somebody was to come back and tell you like, man, I seen your woman at the bar and she was hee ha and kiki and with somebody.
Yes, for real.
But it was innocent conversation. So that's why I say, you could stir something up in that too,
And that is it. Sometimes the most important, one of the most important part, you can't be too that's why I say you can't be too what I'm saying, insecure and jealous and everything somebody say to you,
You
just
start
because,
questioning.
yeah, you start
Yeah.
questioning it just because you already insecure and jealous.
Right.
So if somebody already says something, you're gonna start questioning. But if you
Yeah.
don't have insecurity and jealousy like that, if somebody says something,
And it could
maybe,
spark insecurity too.
yes.
It could kind of create.
But you have to be careful, Katanya. You
You
see,
do have to be
next
careful.
time when you go out, you don't need to conversate with no guys.
That's what we really getting at.
You know what I mean?
That's what we really getting
I'm
at.
just saying, for real, that ain't safe, Katanya. You ain't need to be conversating with no
But
guys.
she saw you sitting at the bar, right? She said she saw you talking to somebody.
No,
So
Katanya, I'm saying, Katanya,
What are you saying?
listen what I am saying, Katanya. Don't listen to what people is saying.
Uh-huh.
What I am saying, Katanya, because I never knew nothing about this. This is very interesting. I need to have more of these conversations so I can hear what you do when you go out with your girls.
So
I'm just
okay,
saying,
so getting back to
next
hold
time
on.
when you go out, Katanya, you don't need to have a conversation with nobody.
No
They-
man or nobody.
They try to talk, Katanya. You put up your ring, you just start
Oh my
showing
God.
them your ring like that.
Oh my
They
God.
just do like this, Katanya.
So what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Okay.
All right. But for real, like even when I go out with my girls, like we
Yes.
getting together next week, my crew, and 3 of us are married, 2 of us are single. So should I not hang around those 2 single friends because they're single? You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's why I say it's not really black and white like that. Like it depends on what you're doing. Because even when I was single, people would always tell me like, if you want to be married, you got to hang around married people.
1 minute, man. 1 minute. Babe, I don't cut you. You know, I am not an insecure person, as I said. When you know your partner, and I know my partner, and I'm just not really an insecure person overall. Like, what in the dark will come
Right,
alive, as
right.
we always said. But I remember before, I see you and your friends married. It was just all you and your friends, both who are married and who are single, and they having conversation. Man, Katanya, those conversations are really grown people's conversation, yo.
We all grown.
Like
We having
Katanya,
fun.
like the single peoples are talking. They're single they're single,
Uh-huh.
and I'm there looking like, ooh.
Like, ooh, give me the tea.
No, I'm there looking like, man, wondering if my wife is like, because Katanya, if you got your single friend and they sitting down and having
And
these,
just the kind of conversation.
and just
that
the
we're
kind of
having.
conversation you all having. If I was insecure, Katanya, I would start looking at you like,
You over there sharing our business like that?
no, not like our business like that. When
No,
you're,
but I'm not,
no, when you're single, like, oh, single friends.
the way they sharing. Am I sharing the same information?
Not, all right, the way our single friends can even say, maybe they are dating and they just maybe dating or
Yeah.
something.
So
You
they
know?
might be going out with different men or whatever.
Yes, or something, you know. So I'm just like, or just sometimes the conversation as a single, different, because as I said, a single person can definitely live a different life. Because they can, because they're single and they
Yeah, they're single. They're dating.
Yes.
And that's what dating is.
But yo, man,
But to answer your question, like I said, it depends. It's several factors. I don't think it's just black and white. It's several factors. It depends on what are you doing with those single friends.
yes.
If I'm hanging with my single friends and every weekend they're like, girl, come to the club with me. Let's go hang out. No, I shouldn't be doing that because they going out to the club. They having fun. They might be meeting men. They might even be picking up men. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
And
yes.
they're single. They have that right to do that.
Yes, yes. yes.
So no, I wouldn't do that. But just going out to dinner with them or, hanging out at each other's house or going out, even if we go to like a day party for some kind of event, or even if I'm going with my girl and we're taking our trip, I just think it depends on like what are you doing with those single friends, you know. And then for you as a single, as a married man hanging with single friends, what are your friends doing? Let's talk about that. Because she says she saw
It's
you
no different.
at the bar.
Yes, it's
Hold
no.
up, hold up though.
Yes.
So she says she saw you at the bar.
Yes.
And so that can be misconstrued if you just sitting at the bar and you chatting it up with somebody, you having a drink. But that's also innocent. Like, I don't think it's anything wrong with you sitting at the bar having a conversation with somebody.
Yes.
I wouldn't have a problem with that. But you, on the other hand, saying, babe, if you out at the bar, then you shouldn't be talking to no man.
Yeah, I said it.
But see, me on the other hand, I'm like, but you at the bar. You just sitting there chilling. If you strike up a conversation, as long as the conversation stay innocent, you let that person know, like, nah, you know, if the conversation was to take a turn, like it could lead to something else, that's your responsibility.
Catania, me jealous that way. I'm already said, Catania. When you go at the bar, please, I'm asking of you, if you can do that for me. In that, you hear what I said? In that way.
I can't commit to that because somebody might see me out and see me sitting at the bar, and they're going to say, well, I remember when she said that she wouldn't even be talking to nobody at the bar, and look at her over there at the bar talking to somebody.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Okay,
just
so you're going to break my rule. You're going to go at the bar and talk with somebody. You're not going to...
Stick to the topic, babe. Stick to the topic.
All right.
But, you know, for real, like, we just kind of sitting here having a conversation and just following up on, you know, the last video, you know, when somebody said they saw Kimar at the bar. And it just sparked the conversation of, you know, should married people hang with single people? And then just reading some of the comments, you know, like I said, some people saying like, well, Kimar, you know, you shouldn't even be out at a bar with your wife. And I disagree with that because I go out with my single friends, you know. Yes. And you could go to a restaurant and sit at the bar. So like the bar to me is really not the issue.
Yes.
You know, now if you out at a club and you out there shaking and grooving and dancing on somebody, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's different.
You say getting it jiggy.
Yeah. That's different.
Yeah, man.
That's different to me. But just innocent conversation, they don't know if that's a family member. They don't know if you're having a business meeting. They don't know if that's a friend. They don't know whatever the case is. So for one, I think that's when people should mind their business. But
people just don't know, you know, and then sometimes people just like mess, and then from people just see you out there with somebody, and sometimes I just, as you said, sometimes it's just maybe how some people just look at.
Yeah, and I do agree with, you know, some of the comments that said,
because if you have maybe a wider vision and of things, maybe you could have maybe just try to look even more and try to see if you're gonna see them booed up or something before you do a judgment.
But remember, and we look at things from our perspective of things too.
That's what I'm saying. You don't know if that person is doing business with that person or that person is a family member and they're just meeting up or...
But I do agree with, you know, some of the comments that said, like, you have to be careful, because you do have to be careful. You know, remember, people are going to see things from their perspective. Yes. And so if you out somewhere and you doing something and you hanging with your single friends, you got to be careful what kind of image you putting out there.
Because remember, you know, they say, show me your company and I tell you who you are, you know.
Yeah, it was one the friend used to tell me, like, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. Yes. So if you are the only married guy and you hanging around, all your friends are single, that's not really a good look. To me, that's not really a good look.
Yes.
Because you eventually, not saying like you're gonna want to do what they're doing, but you could easily be persuaded to do what they're doing. Let's just say it's 5 of you and you're the only one that's married.
Yes. And
they're all out doing single things, then you ain't really got no business with them, you know?
Yes. Like even my friends, you know, them respect me, you know, who have wife and who is single. If we're hanging out, my single friends won't even try to introduce me to somebody or try to do
and
nothing.
Let's talk about some of your friends. Like, do you
nothing
have a
like
mixture that are like single and married, or the majority of them single? The majority, like, how about your friends? I mean, I know, but I'm just saying for the people.
Yes, I do have a mixture of friends, so that's why somebody could come and tell you that even they see me hanging out with people and they was with ladies at the bar, you know. So yes, I have a mixture of friends.
Yeah.
I have single friend and I have friends that is married, and
And some that are not married, but they have somebody.
yes, you know what I mean.
So even those can't move like they single, even though technically they are single, they're not married. But you can't really move like a single person. You know?
Yes. And my married friends, yeah man, they take their relationship very serious. And the single ones, they respect us as well when we are hanging out.
And another point I want to bring up too, that's when you gotta have good friends around you too,
Yes.
because you gotta have friends that are willing to correct you as well.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
So if I'm out and I'm doing something that's inappropriate, I would expect one of my friends to say, girl,
Yes.
like no, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, and I would expect for your friends to do the same. You know, you got to be willing to correct your friend if you see them doing something wrong too.
Yes.
You know.
So as I said, I have single friend, and when we hanging out, the married one hanging out with the single ones, yeah man, they respect us and they don't try to introduce us to other
Yeah.
to other peoples. Like
Yeah.
if they see somebody, say it's two friends over there and they want to talk and they go over there talking, they're not going to try to introduce the other friend
'Cause I was
to
gonna say
me.
you got some like that too. That will be like, man, come on over here. I got somebody I want you to meet. You know.
No,
You
they-
got some, not you, but I'm just saying, it's people out there that are like that too. You got to know who your friends are.
No, they're not going to do that. If you want to, they can't stop you from do it either, you know. But if you want to do it, you do it on your own free will. They're not going to tell you like
But I'm just saying, you got some friends or so-called friends or people who are portraying themselves as friends that might be jealous of what you have, so they want you to be out there
no, and then
doing
again,
the same thing.
no,
they
and
doing.
then again, you know that I never reason with none of my friends and tell them how to treat me more than we sit and we have conversations. And my friends learn me. I sit and I talk about my wife and such.
Yeah.
So you see, when I go on the street, I didn't tell my friend that, man, when I go, don't try to give me a girl or
Even some of your like people that you know, like if they meet me for the first time, they always feel like they already know me because you guys done had conversations about your spouses.
yes. So when somebody see you sit and they see that you conscious and a man, remember, a man and man know what they want, you know. So once you have a friend and it's like you sit with him and you have conversation and you show him what you're looking at, and each time you and him on the street, he keep on trying to get you to looking at something different. It's like it's not a friend, he's a distraction.
Yep, that's what I was getting at.
You know what I mean? So you have to careful of who and you have to careful of who you say are your friends.
Right.
As I said, I never teach my friends how to treat me.
Right.
We just have conversations and we go on the street
And you know what's expected.
and yeah, they know how to treat me. They know that, oh man, I'm gonna go over there if I'm single and I'm gonna talk to that female, and if she have another friend, I'm not going to call Kemar and tell Kemar, hey, come over, she have another friend. They just know not to do it, you know.
Yeah.
So to answer my question, should married people hang with single people? Yes, as my wife said before, it all depends what you're doing with your single friend.
Right.
You know what I mean? So as I said, for me, yes, a married person and a single person could hang out, because remember, you could have your friend from a long time, from childhood, and you get married. You and that person coming from way back,
Right.
and you get married before that person. what you going to do? You're going to stop hang out with that person?
Right.
No, you're not going to stop hang out with that person. So that's how you become married and that person is still single. So
Yeah.
that show you it's life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
that's the same thing with me and my friend. You know, we still friends. We still take trips
that's why
together.
I allow you to still do what you do with that friend, and I didn't come in and change you now, because remember you
I
are
had
a
to come out
married
the
lady.
camera,
No,
allow
you
me.
are a married lady, and I come in the picture. I
Allow.
should have come and stopped that, but I just leave you to have your fun.
That's another topic. Allow
Then-
sounds like I let you.
Then yeah, I let you, Katanya. I should have done mashed up that and stopped that, Katanya. But I just come and I said, you know, people have to live, people have to have, and I look and I said the person is a very nice person, and I see you and the person, I love the person as well.
Yeah.
So I said, why not?
It depends on who it is.
Yeah, I said, why not just let my wife have fun, you know? And until I start suspecting something, I stop it, you know? For real, I'm just saying.
Thank you, baby.
You're welcome. You know what I mean?
So all right. So okay. So to answer your question, like yes, it's okay.
Yes, it's okay,
Yeah.
Katanya.
I agree. I think yes, it's okay. Just depends on the context. You know, it's not
Yes.
really black and white, as I said. There's some gray areas in there, and
Yes.
but in the gist of it is yes, you can. You
Yeah.
can have. You can be married and have single friends. You can be single and have married friends.
Yeah. So, where's it? That is it for today.
That's it.
All right. So as we said, it's nothing. Sometimes, as I said, it's just different from what you think. The picture is not always what it look like.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Even that's not black and white. You
Yes.
got gray areas in there. You know.
So that is it for today, family. As we said, single people can hang out with married people. Married people can hang out with single people. Just know what you do with your single friend, and single friends know what you do with your married friends too.
Yes, and have respect. Have respect for yourself. Have
That-
respect for your spouse.
That is it. Bless up.